No.
Who's on your... I'll go like this.
It's Alzheimer's, What They Forget to Tell You, episode 47. Is it?
Already?
Okay, stop faking. Is it 47?
Yes.
Okay, I'm confirming. It's 47. Wow. Whoa. Okay, so today, as you can tell, there's like no agenda. This is, it's already always unscripted, but I have actually nothing to talk about today except the realities. So, the reality is that as of next month, my mom would be in palliative care for the last 3 years. That is astonishing.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
And it's long. That's a long...
Okay, so palliative care, for people who don't know, it's end of life. So typically, okay, like, you're showing all my legs. Okay. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to see a show.
Well, if you had it done the proper way the first time, then it would have been cool.
Okay. All right. So...
Palliative care
is end of life, and typically a person in palliative care would be in a hospice situation. But as we all know, with Alzheimer's, you can't predict, like, there's not a time frame, like they can't say, you have 6 months or whatever. However, when my mom was in palliative care, when she went in 3 years ago, they were giving her like a month, not even, and she's still here 3 years later. So, needless to say, when she first went into palliative care, I had to arrange a funeral, which I wasn't prepared for. Okay. My cousin's telling me I'm showing too much legs, so I'm gonna have to adjust. How's this? Better? Worse? I don't know, this dress is kind of short. Okay, that's a lot of attitude going on there in that facial expression. Okay, so as I was saying, I had to arrange a funeral, and it was like such in a rush. And I actually did grief counseling at the same time because I was getting really prepared for my mom to transition. And so yesterday the funeral home called, and you could tell like they weren't, because I have like a plan in place, but because I haven't spoken to them in like 2 years, they were kind of like gently asking if my mom was still alive.
How do you gently ask that?
Well, because you kind of hum like, hi, like, well, it's not often that a funeral home calls you. And then they were like, and I'm like, yeah, she's still alive. I could just tell. I could tell like they were just kind of asking. So yes, she is still alive. So tomorrow I have to go over the details again because she's still alive. So these are the things that, you don't necessarily think about when you're caregiving, but they're essential. You have to go through them. Got to do them.
Well, not only when you're caregiving, just when you have parents that are aging.
Mm-hmm.
Because, let's face it, regardless of, how the person's going to pass away or transition, our parents are getting older, and it's going to happen to all of us. So it is a definite wake-up call when somebody suddenly passes or when they get hit with a disease and we have to, watch them go through gradual stages of deteriorating kind of thing, So
Well, it's definitely something you don't want to do when it happens. Because I definitely do not want to go through this when it happens.
I agree.
That's for sure.
I definitely agree. When it's all of a sudden and you're not prepared for it and it's out of the blue, I think that's worse.
Well, like, I'm going to a conference in the middle of the month, and this has to be done because, God forbid, if something happens while I'm away, at least I want something in place, right? Like, okay, like, just call this person,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not worried about, okay, well, what happens? So
Got it. And I guess even with that being said, it's just smart to maybe think about having insurance and a plan in place for yourself should anything happen, God forbid, but I mean things do happen, that there is a plan or there is something that is being done so that the burden isn't all left on your family should something, an accident or whatever have you. I've learned that, and I've seen that on my Facebook actually today. Not to take away from what you were saying, but there's been a lot of gun violence and violence period in the city of Toronto that goes on, much more now than what we have been used to. And it happens everywhere in the world. And unfortunately, some innocent people that are our age or our generation are the victims of that. And their families are not in a position where they were planning for a funeral or planning, for insurance and stuff. So it's just always good to kind of have those things in place. I know it's a difficult subject that most people don't want to talk about. Who wants to plan their own funeral?
I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's just not something that you really want to. I guess it's taboo. I'm not sure either. I mean, I think ever since I lost my dad, my entire feeling or, my entire view on death has changed. And it really did kind of open my eyes to the reality of what happens to the family once the loved one transitions. Going through that for the first time, obviously it was a learning lesson for me. I had no idea that it goes the way it goes. So, of course, from that moment, a lot of things changed for me in terms of the way that I wanted to go about looking for insurance for my family, for my children, for myself, buying a monument and making sure that I'm paying into that so that should something happen to me, by that time it's all paid off, or it's just, a little bit of money left over for my family to have to pitch in, but it's not a full 20 grand or 30 grand or however much, your funeral is going to cost at that time. It's expensive. Death is expensive.
Well, when my dad passed, which was 17 years ago, but same thing, he died suddenly. He had a massive heart attack and in a different country. And we had no clue, my brother and I had no clue what he wanted. And my mom had Alzheimer's, so we could not ask her. And yeah.
It's tough. And in that moment, not only are you grieving, you're in shock. There's so many things happening all at once that it's the worst time to have to think about what your loved one might have wanted or what you think they would have wanted or trying to make. It's just not cool. So it's always good to have a plan. And I think, I've had this conversation with a few other people. You let that fly in.
I did not leave the fly in.
I didn't have a fly in my house before you came here.
I can't confirm or deny.
I can.
I can't.
Wendy Nash, did not have a flying insect.
Don't know that.
I'm telling you, I live in this house.
You need to calm down.
No. I hate flies with a passion.
No,
I like
it. I like them.
We are digressing. There's a fly that is flying around our heads.
Maybe it's too much sugar.
Maybe you need to stop letting flies into my house.
Palliative care is so important. That's right. Palliative care is important. Yeah, exactly, Alan. The whole family's here. All we need is your mom and dad and Susie. Yes, getting back to palliative care. But it's 3 years of palliative care, which is so abnormal. However, is it abnormal? I don't know. I don't know the stats on how long
I wouldn't say that's normal statistics. I would say when someone's in palliative, it's pretty close to death. That's just my guess.
What do you mean?
Like when someone is predicting or saying, we're going to transfer this person to palliative, it's because they've done everything they possibly can and they just want to make the person as comfortable as possible before their dying days.
Okay, so what is your stance on, should that be covered?
Yeah. Yes.
What are you gonna do? You're not gonna kill the fly. You're not the fly whisperer.
Oh, I'm coming for this fly.
Oh. Anyways, yes. So palliative care should be covered. However, it's not. It is, I guess, if you're hospitalized or if you're in a hospice. And we've spoken about this before, but in case you don't know, in Ontario, it is covered if you go to a hospice. However, you have to die within 3 months.
Clock's a ticking.
So, of course, my mom could not take advantage of that. She cannot go to hospice because I have no clue.
But how does anybody have a clue? Like, when you put somebody in palliative care, and let's say they do exceed the 3 months, what happens? They get kicked out on the street?
Yes. Yeah.
Even if they don't have any family to go to?
Well, I guess there'd be an emergency situation where, I don't know, something probably would happen. But, they would have to probably go to long-term care, I'm not sure, or a hospital. I'm not completely sure what happens. Hi, Karen. But in palliative care, you're dealing with another aspect of it. And there's very little supports at this end. There's very little along this 18-year journey. There are really little supports along the whole journey, and even at the end, it's the status quo. And again, because my mom only has Alzheimer's, she doesn't suffer from any other illness. She has no other complications other than Alzheimer's. Are you okay?
That's a loaded question. Don't ever ask me that if you don't.
Well, you're breathing heavy.
Because I'm out of breath.
Oh. Okay.
That's all she's been doing is laughing at me since she got here. I have no ankles. I can't walk to the kitchen without getting winded. I have feet in my spleen.
And I said...
We don't need to know what you said, because all you've been doing...
She thought it was a good idea to be pregnant at this time.
Do I look like the Virgin Mary? I did this by myself?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
However, it was still a choice.
Okay. This is the sympathy I get. This is the empathy.
Two of you decided that was a good idea.
Oh, we decided.
Yeah, you decided that was a good idea.
Let's stick with palliative care.
Is that a threat?
I'm gonna put you out like the fly. Watch. Okay.
Did you get rid of the fly for real?
I have the fly. I'm ready for the fly.
Oh God.
I'm gonna rat tail the fly. Okay, the fly doesn't even know.
You don't have that many skills.
Yo, listen.
You don't have that many skills. If you kill the fly with that,
I have killed several.
I'll have a newfound respect for you.
This girl don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't do flies in my house, eh?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Hi, Mark. Yes, exactly. Well, thanks that you mentioned that, because, Deb, that is the whole foundation that I put aside. What are you doing?
That seems so scripted.
No, but it isn't. My cousin asked, she would like to see a program for caregivers and their families and what that looks like. And that's what I'm trying to work on. So my foundation that I started, this nonprofit, that's what I want to get counseling and respite hours for them, and life after caregiving, because a lot of people are displaced. And so that's what that's all about. And I've been working tediously on starting this. And the fundraiser will be coming out soon. Yes. I think that's excellent. You should put an art therapy session for caregivers. It's much needed. I just posted an article today about the statistics on caregivers and how much caregivers save the government billions of dollars per year, and that's just in Canada. Okay, I look forward to seeing that.
You're having this conversation, and anybody else who's not reading the screen has no idea what you're...
Debbie is going to put an art piece for palliative care and send it for me. You're just miserable. Because you have cankles.
And sausages. I can't get my rings off.
Oh my God.
My fingers are like sausages.
I'm pretty sure you and the rest of pregnant people, you're not alone. You're not an island of one. No?
You're so not the person I'm going to call when I need some, like...
Pregnancy's not an illness. It's not a disease. It's a choice. The choice was yours. I'm going to get you a t-shirt that says that. The choice was yours, right on your stomach.
And I'm going to get one that says, I'm really rude. That's what I'm going to get for you. Christmas time. What? Actually, no, your birthday's first. So I know exactly what I'm getting you. Mm-hmm. Keep it up.
It's not nice. I have not calculated the cost for my mom, but I'm pretty sure it's up there. It's 18 years. I'm pretty sure. And in my article, I also discuss the economic value of caregivers and how you could figure out the cost, because I did research on that. No, would you quit it? You can kill the fly off camera. Do you have anything to add about palliative care?
No. I don't.
Coming from you, Mark, if you're saying we're a riot, we must be real funny because you are really funny. He's hilarious. You haven't met Mark, but...
I haven't met Mark.
But he's really funny. And Mark had said that, if you don't mind me, he said that your mom is experiencing that. I'm really, really, really sorry to hear about that.
Oh, his mom has Alzheimer's?
Yeah. I'm really sorry to hear. It's not an easy journey. I wish I could say it was, but it's not. It's very, very, very challenging. Just like pregnancy, apparently.
Shut it down.
I'm trying to be,
You're trying to be.
empathetic.
But it doesn't work coming from you. So just don't do it. Rude.
It's not an illness.
Rudeness is.
No, it isn't.
Huh.
It's not in the DSM. Anyways, isn't it just now anyways? Aren't you down to like weeks?
Yes. I am 35 weeks. Oh my God. And I have no ankles. I have pitting edema.
Pardon?
Bet you don't know what that is.
No, I don't. I know edema is swelling, so.
Pitting edema.
What's pitting edema?
Where are all my RMTs? Where are they?
Just tell us. Stop keeping us. Oh, yeah. I'm glad that you're coping. What's pitting edema? Stop with the stare down competition. What's pitting edema? Because you can get that with Alzheimer's, you know that? That mom had that.
Oh, I thought you didn't know what it was.
I know she had edema. I don't know what is.
So, pitting edema is when, well, obviously edema is swelling, but pitting edema is when you actually press in to the swelling and then it stays.
Yeah, mom had that.
It's called pitting edema.
So what do you do for that?
I'm not telling you
Drink
because
Kool-Aid?
Get out of my house.
I just want to know. I really want to know.
Get out.
What do you do? What do you do? Come on.
You drink grape Kool-Aid?
You're a liar. They never said drink grape Kool-Aid.
And surround yourself with people who care.
Well,
and that
2 for 2.
That are empathetic and sympathetic to your situation, and that are willing to give you a lymphatic drainage massage to try and pump out the edema that's happening in your limbs and extremities. Did I tell you guys that I have sausages as fingers and I have no ankles?
Karen had 4 kids.
I'm not concerned about Karen. I'm
And
concerned
I'm pretty
about
sure she knows exactly what
where
you're talking
my
about.
ankles went because they're gone. They don't
cankles.
exist.
Cankles. That's what they're called. That's okay.
Can we just go back to palliative care?
Yes. Maybe you need some palliative care.
I mean, shoot.
So lymphatic is like, okay.
What do you do?
It's light pressure. It's just light pressure. It's not even like a real massage. It's like a teaser.
Well, no,
like,
it depends on how you... No, it depends on how... Can you not touch me when you're doing that?
You know you want to laugh.
I don't.
Yes, you do. That was kind of funny. So, what are you going to get one? Are you going to get a lymphatic drain?
Are you paying? See, always the massage therapist, never the...
Elevate those legs, Wendy. Elevate the legs.
They're elevated, man.
No, they have to be above. Isn't it your heart?
Can we finish this so I can do it?
Okay. Wow. Gosh, grumpy. Woo. Okay. Well, yes. Well, this was a great segment on. I'm not sure.
Pitting edema,
which I'm not joking. All jokes aside, mom had that
for sure, especially
and she had to use compression stockings.
Mm-hmm. And I've been getting carpal tunnel in both my wrists. Doctor says I told you that because last week
with
I had
the weights.
Yeah. So that's been something that's very new. I haven't gotten all my sensation back in my right hand, fingers, my tips especially. They're very numb. I never got that with my first 2 pregnancies, but this one's just been a whole different experience. So, it's just what it is, man. I'm ready to deflate. This child needs to vacate so I can just vacate and, deflate.
Well, if... Oh, my God.
Did you hear that? Listen to it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Listen. Wait.
No, just now I heard like a knocking. What's really going on? What's happening? What is really happening over there?
There's a little human in there.
Yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Well, you're asking. I'm telling you. Can we just go back to palliative care?
No, because we're talking about edema, which is, your loved one, if they have Alzheimer's or dementia, which I didn't know, because they don't tell you about that stuff either. I didn't know that you could possibly get that.
Yeah, circulation's very bad.
But it makes sense, because they're not, when they become immobile, I guess that's what happens.
Yeah.
So I had to actually get like diabetic compression stockings to alleviate.
Yeah.
When will I launch my foundation? I think tomorrow. I was just working on. I went to a company to look for some beanie hats that I want to give away with a donation, and so I think it's ready to go now. That was the last thing I was like looking into. Everything else is done. The write-up is done. We did our commercial. And not the one with the filters. Even though that would be hilarious.
Which filters?
So yeah, tomorrow I'm pretty sure I'm going to launch this foundation. It's ready.
Word up, homie. G. Yo.
I overthink everything. That's what happens.
Who? You?
And overanalyze and I don't know what you're doing. Are you okay? All right. Well, you could talk about your Alasia's party. That's a plus.
Oh, we can do that now? All of a sudden we can do that? I mentioned Unicorn Power Party and almost got assassinated.
No, because you're talking to your mom through the podcast. That's what I'm saying. Like that, you didn't have to do that.
So Karen is coming to do nails for her niece's.
I was voluntold.
She's coming to do nails for her niece's 7th birthday party, and it's a Unicorn Power Party. So there's going to be 7 little girls here getting their face painted and their toes and their nails painted. And Karen is going to put on her unicorn tiara. And she's going to put on her unicorn. She's going to get her face painted too. I'm going to take pictures. Trust me. And then...
Excuse me? I missed the whole thing because I was looking at Debbie's. People can start creating albums with patience in the early stages and labeling the person in pics. Okay. That's a great idea. I'm collaborating with a good friend of mine, Dave Kelso, and I'm going to meet with him, and we're going to discuss how, because he's already done a lot of work on a website for caregivers, and it's like outstanding. And I'm going to see how we can collaborate instead of I don't want to reinvent the wheel when there's already people. There's a lot of people out there that are doing good work in their own pockets. And I'm also I have a meeting with Catherine. She is a co-founder of the Memory Ball, and see how we can collaborate with them. They're doing amazing work. They have a gala every year. This year it's in November. It's typically in April, but this year it's in November. And I want to see instead of let's all come together, let's collaborate and see how we can all assist, because it's really just for we're all doing the same work, right?
So you'd be like Quincy Jones.
Really?
I love Quincy Jones.
Oh, okay. Say more. What? Like what? Like exactly how like Quincy Jones?
No, well, you know how he collaborated.
We are
the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Here we go. Yeah.
I'm lip syncing. I'm being Milli Vanilli in this. No?
I don't think they were part of the collab. But anyway. Yeah, Quincy was and is brilliant at what he does.
So that's what I'm doing.
Maybe
in essence.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to
Quincify it.
That. Because I'm pretty sure that's not a word. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to just make sure everyone comes together so we're not reinventing the wheel, and people can do what they do best. Right? And we'll do the rest. You like that?
Okay, I'm done.
I can sing New Shoes. I can. I really can.
What's New Shoes?
You don't know that?
I'm sorry.
You're showing your age.
Is it a Merle Haggard song?
No.
Oh, who sings it?
New Shoes. That's the group.
So how does it go?
I'm not singing it for you.
Just
right
hum
now. You know it.
I don't know it.
Yes, you do.
How does it go?
It goes like a song. I'll tell you after.
New Shoes.
I can't believe you don't even know who that group is.
So you can't
Shame.
my dilemma when you're sitting there acting like you don't know stuff when you should be knowing things.
Merle Haggard.
Don't chop his name again.
What is it again? What is it? Merle Haggard. Hubbard. I honestly don't know. But I know, he's some big country
Stop!
singer. He's a country singer. He's a legend. He's a legend.
That you don't know.
So, I don't know all the legends. Gosh.
I can't believe you really are not going to sing this thing. What are you too prissy to even give me the melody?
No.
So then sing it.
Listen, Miss Bully.
Wow. See that?
New Shoes.
Quincy would have sang it.
No, he wouldn't have. He would have got New Shoes to sing it, which is what I'm doing. I don't even know if this is them.
I can't with you right now.
They don't look like them. Okay, I'll show you after.
No, you went through all of that. Put it on.
Oh my God! You know what? You need to calm down. Calm yourself. Settle down.
She don't know no New Shoes. She doesn't even know what you're talking about. This is how she's trying to go down some avenue because she doesn't know anything.
I
what you're talking
swear I know what New Shoes. I had their album. Okay.
New Shoes.
Album, in record, you know, LP. Yeah, this is it. How do you play it?
Just press it.
Where? There's no option.
I can't stand you right now.
There's no option. It's the vinyl. You can't play. Okay.
Go to videos.
Where? Ooh. See?
We're
That's
still
why.
on a BlackBerry. Like, what?
Stop
I don't want to
it.
hear it. Just play the song.
Stop it right now. Okay.
She could have just hummed the thing.
All human beings.
Skip ad. Skip ad. You don't know this? You don't know this?
Can you give me a second?
Ah!
Okay, I know this. This is New Shoes.
Yes, it is. This reminds me of Aquinas. It's so fitting.
I didn't know they were called New Shoes.
See? That's why.
Oh, wow.
That's
Okay.
why.
Yeah, so I guess I'm...
I used to play, yeah, you're right. I used to play it over and over and over and over.
You?
And over.
I don't believe
and
it.
over and over.
She only has
And over.
3 songs in her car for the past 10 years.
And over and over and over.
Can we sign off? Who's Jill? My mom?
No.
I
Okay.
got nothing.
All right. So that was absolutely. What did we talk about today?
Pitting edema.
Pitting edema.
Cankles. Sausages.
Sausages.
Yeah, I have sausages as
All right.
fingers.
Right. Okay. And
Palliative care.
palliative care.
New shoes.
And it's not just new shoes like NEWSHOES. It's
Shh.
NUSHOOZ.
And we talked about
Albums.
Unicorn Power Party.
No, we
It's
didn't.
going down.
No, we didn't.
It's going down.
No, we didn't talk about that though.
We did.
Okay. We talked about a party that I'm. What? What am I doing?
You're painting nails.
I'm painting nails because I'm so high maintenance like that.
We talked about flies.
Oh yeah, flies, palliative care, your cankles, your chins,
My chins. My spleen.
your pregnancy.
You being rude, as usual.
No, we weren't talking about
Yeah,
that.
we talked about it.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
That wasn't the topic.
Okay, so we covered a lot.
Yeah, we covered a lot,
All right.
and it was great.
Yeah, we're exhausted now.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get Kalina on, but I didn't get her in time.
Where's Kalina?
I don't know. She's
Where's
not
Bill?
Even, I don't know. We're gonna look for them
Let's
this
go
week.
look.
We're gonna search for them. We're coming for you, Bill and Kalina, this week.
You don't want none of this. Ask the fly.
You didn't kill the fly.
Oh, it's coming.
Okay. All right. Well, that was great. And informative, and we stuck to topics. This is what we do. We have this weekly podcast, and it's really unscripted, as you can tell, and it's unedited, as you can tell. We're doing it live, and we try to talk about relevant things, and more or less we do stay on topic. But to be honest, today, especially, like, the foundation is I'm like a whirlwind today, so I didn't really have. I usually have one topic that I'm going to talk about, but today wasn't a good day for that. So I apologize. Okay, that was a good one, Deb. All right. Do you have anything to say? Are you feeling better?
I'm swollen. I'm hoping to deflate soon. And then we can get back to regular scheduled programming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get through, man. I'm just trying to get through.
Okay.
Okay. Peace and chicken grease. We'll check you
Did
later.
you just say chicken grease?
No.
Okay. Well, bye and thanks for watching. I don't know every day.
We'll